What's good, fam? This your main man, KC for L King, Self for Life, Wrestling Takes. Yeah, we finna do some cooking today. And the person who's getting ready to get cooked is that boy Anthony Khan. We are going to cook this food. Ladies and gentlemen, Dynamite was hot garbage yesterday. The middle was atrocious. Now, the open and the close, I didn't have a problem with. I thought Tony Khan booked the beginning and the end perfectly. It was like everything in the middle just didn't feel like he didn't give a crap. It genuinely felt like Tony Khan honestly did not give a rat's behind about yesterday's show. And I'm like, TK, listen, bro, I understand. You think that you know what you're doing, though. You got to get yourself somebody in there that knows what real storytelling is, for real. Like, I'm serious, man. Like, I like the like everything that's surrounding Mox and them. I don't have a problem with that. I really don't. The beat down, everybody getting jumped, everybody getting murdered, they getting taken the heck out. Like, that's fine. Now, I know a lot of people was crying about all the baby faces out there, standing out there in the light for 2 hours, looking like a bunch of goofs. Listen, man. Them jobbers, what you expect? What you expect from jobbers? Jobbers are quote unquote trying to protect the so-called company. You know, the women's situation, man. Look, I would have never done Mariah versus Anna Jay that fast, and we get ready to get it. I'm like, TK, this is his biggest problem. I gotta book the match before the match. It's like, no, man. And then MJF cutting this promo, Adam Cole, and then guess what? Undisputed Era gets back together again. It's like the same story over and over again. And that's what I don't like about TK's book. And sometimes some of his stories is very similar to what he already told. You know, it's like, you got to come up with something different, you know? Yeah, it's going to be Adam Cole versus Roderick Strong in the 2 out of 3 falls. And whoever wins gets Adam Cole, gets MJF at Full Gear. Okay. Now, 2 weeks in a row, Shelton Benjamin has showcased why he is who he is. And he is constantly shutting up that white supremacist Dave Meltzer. A lot of people was kind of crying because there was really no dialect concerning Shelton. No, not Shelton. Concerning Swerve or whatever. You know, yeah, you could have added a little bit more. Maybe Swerve could have pulled up, laid him out or something. I don't know. You know, something, you know, to set us up for what we finna get next week. But again, Tony Khan is a matchmaker. Like, that is his strong suit. He knows how to make a match. It's how do you get people invested in what match we get ready to watch? Because we had like several more random matches that happened yesterday. House of Black beat the brakes off. They beat the snot off some jobbers. Who else? There was a couple of people that beat the brakes off some jobbers. It was like, okay, what does this add to? Then you had Buddy Matthews call out Adam Cole, talk about I want you next week. Okay. You know what I'm saying? It's like the randomness. I'm like, man, it's like yesterday. It was like TK just didn't give no type of crap. It was like, I got the Moxley storyline, and OC, more than likely OC is going against Moxley at Full Gear. Like that, if you can't see that heaven help you. That's fine. And then Chuck E. Cheese get beat down at the end. Great. Okay, that was fine. OC's expressions and him looking like he about to snap kind of remind me like this is straight out of Dragon Ball Z. Like, like Goku going Super Saiyan because Krillin got popped by Frieza. That's what that remind me of. With Chuck E. T getting his head taken off by the BCC. OC looked like he was ready to explode. And that was like the final scene of it. Like, that was great. That was fine. The intro was, like I said, Tony Khan did a great job with the intro, and he did a great job with the outro. But the in-between stuff, and then listen, man. This whole, we about to break up Private Party on some retarded stuff. You honestly think Isaiah and Marquand can make it on their own as singles? To me, that's stupid. I don't know what the heck is wrong with Tony Khan. Like, bro, what the heck are we doing, bro? Like, that's stupid. I would have not, first of all, I'm not doing no trios match. That was idiotic. And then guess what? We're going to have them say we're going to do the matchup next week. And if we lose, Private Party is no more. I would have said that for Full Gear. If you wanted to go along with that storyline, set that up for full. Don't do it. So again, TK is, I got to keep doing. Now, Tony Khan is turning into Triple H with the rematches. Because Tony Khan didn't used to do rematches every week. Rematches are starting to happen weekly in AEW now. I don't like that. I'm getting tired of that. That's the foolishness I hate when watching WWE television, where all you see is rematches every week. I don't want to see this in Tony Khan's land. We're starting to see this garbage in Tony Khan land. And guess what? Private Party are not winning next week. They are not. It's over. And I don't think they should be singles. Marquand and Isaiah, they fit. You sat up here and got us to be invested in them just to break them up. What kind of idiotic, stupid booking is that, Tony Khan? That's stupid. That's retarded, dude. That is retarded. Like, I don't know what the clown Tony Khan is smoked. Like, what is he on? This is idiotic booking to the fullest. The Young Bucks are going to win. It don't make no sense for them to lose when they just lost this week. They lost yesterday. It's stupid. That's why I say, like, what the heck is this idiot thinking? And listen, I sound like I'm going in on him because he's making idiotic booking decisions. It's stupid. You had everybody get invested in at the end of Wrestle Dream, and you wanted the fans to see them potentially get it done. Why the heck are we rushing it? Just so that we can break them up? It's stupid. That's why I say idiotic booking. Kyle Fletcher, I'm going to say this. Was his promo decent? It was okay. It just was very long-winded. He took all day to get to his point where he was trying to get to. I understand what they were trying to say. It's the typical. Used to be tight, but he didn't want to be a Will Ospreay lackey. So he did exactly what he did to Kenny Omega. Basically the same thing. What he did to Will Ospreay. Basically. Then you had Ricochet cut his promo in the back, talking about how he pulled up to Scott D'Amore's promotion and beat the snot out of the dog on Takeshi. That was cool. And then Shelton and MVP pulled up and gave that boy a business card. Now, listen, ladies and gentlemen. Now, you know how I get on Triple H case about always throwing everybody together because they got the same skin tone. Tony Khan starting to fall in that same playing field. Now, Hurt Business, they go together. That's fine. But now when you start adding everybody else's black to the group, now it's almost like you don't know what to do because it's like, oh, this is nope. You start to fall on that same playing field. I'm TK. You ain't slick. You are not slick, Tony Khan. You are not slick. Like I say, Triple H did already expose himself. We know how he moved. You are starting to fall in that same playing field, sir. We are not giving you a pass. I told you. This is why. Listen. I say this all the time. My boy wrestling with racism. He be on it. The man be on it. He called everything out. He don't sit up here and sugarcoat and say one over the other. No, he calls everybody out for their low-key white supremacy or whatever you want to call it. No, we're not going for that bull job. We ain't going for it. Ricochet is on mission trying to get that international championship or whatever. He's not going to beat him. More than likely, the matchup is going down the doggone Full Gear. But I guess Shelton and Ricochet going at it at Rampage. That's the only reason to even bother watching Rampage. Is for that, get notice for that match. Notice for that match. Now, does Takeshi pull up and screw him over again? Maybe. Chris, Mercedes, and Camille. Decent matchup. Mercedes cost her. No, I'm tripping. It was Queen Automata versus Camille. And Queen Automata looked like a straight up. Now listen, look, she looked decent, but it was basically Camille just manhandling. A woman handler, my bad, woman handler. Mercedes is out there looking goofy as possible. And then that's when Chris came out. Like I said, man, Tony Khan did all this, let's get Chris to be a dominant heel, but he forgot he had too many outside of Willow. He had no other babyface. This is one of the issues that they suffer when it's concerning the women. There are not too many built up baby faces to go after them. That's the problem. That is the biggest. I can say Tony Khan is having a hard time trying to get those baby faces to where they need to be, especially for the women's side of things. He got the heels. He got an overabundance of heels. That's cool, but you got to have a mixture. You have to have a balance. You have to have a balance, and he does not have no balance. He doesn't. What else happened? Yeah, I told you about Mariah and Anna Jay. Mariah was leaving the building, but she had Anna Jay's suitcase, and then Anna Jay just came out of nowhere. She talked about you're not on my level, but man, she just pinned you at doggone Battle of the Belts on some idiotic stuff. Again, that's the stupid booking. It's stupid. I'm sorry, it's stupid. I'm not. Look here, I'm not finna sit up here and be like the hardcores that sit up here and say, oh yeah, everything Tony Khan is doing is great. No. I told you, the two best things that happened on the show, 3. Shelton Benjamin and Sammy was an absolutely great matchup. Great. But again, we didn't have no dialogue connecting us. Oh, I forgot. Heyman situation concerning what you call it now? Bullet Club Gold. Jay White and Juice Robinson and them. And then Colton coming out of nowhere getting it. So I didn't know Austin Gunn he on the shelf. I didn't realize that. I did not know that Heyman put that boy on the shelf, but he put him on the shelf. So he got a commission right now. Colton tried to come in to avenge him. He got laid out. And then Jay White and Juice Robinson came out there, tried to lay that man out. He had cut a promo about why the Bullet Club Gold is garbage and all this crap or whatever. Oh, and the worst part of the entire show, ladies and gentlemen, we need to be over this Ring of Honor crap. We really do. If Ring of Honor must be about to get their own TV show or something. Apparently, Jericho won back the Ring of Honor TV, Ring of Honor World Championship in that goofy man ladder war match or whatever. I'm like, okay, it is what it is. I don't give a dang. That's one of the biggest issues with this company is Tony Khan is trying to force feed stuff that we don't give a rat's behind about. We don't care about the Ring of Honor stuff. I don't care. Listen, the only person that we never see is Athena. Now, some dude, I ain't finna mention him. He a hardcore AEW head. This fool said that Athena is the reason why she's not on Dynamite or Rampage or whatever. He said that she made that decision herself. I said, are you sure? You sure you ain't capping, bro? You sure you're not capping? Because I saw what he said. He said that Athena is the reason why she ain't on Dynamite. She don't want to be there until she actually loses the Ring of Honor Women's Championship. I'm like, you know what? If that's her decision, I'm like, you know what? I wish everybody else in Ring of Honor would make that same decision and don't pull up unless they are well established and ready to come up to the main roster. That's what Ring of Honor was supposed to be. It was supposed to be a breeding ground for Cassidy to either pull up on Dynamite or Collision. But no, we keep having Brian Cage, not Brian Cage and Lance Archer, our tag team now. They beat the brakes off. That was the other jobber match. They beat the brakes off some jobbers. I'm like, I don't care. It doesn't add to the show. It doesn't add to this. I'm like, TK, who are you trying to please? Yourself? Who? Then you wonder why the ratings are trash. Bro, man. Yeah, Dynamite was very mid. It was listen, usually, like I say, I know when something is good. I know when something is bad. And what I watched, it wasn't. Like I said, the intro and the close and the match between Shelton and Sammy was pretty much the only things I liked on the entire show. Everything else on the show, I didn't give a rat's behind about. I didn't give no care about that trios match. I didn't care about Isaiah basically saying that Private Party is done because you know dang well they not winning. Oh yeah. Everybody been crying about Jamie. Jamie is beefing with Penelope Ford, and she called her out, and she said that now Penelope Ford tried to cut a promo. I could barely hear her because the music was so doggone loud. And see, here's the deal. When you are cutting a promo, you got to come across as believable. And I'm sorry, but Penelope did not come across as believable at all. She called herself saying that you run around here calling everybody a backstabbing B when you was the main backstabbing B, because the last time I was in the match and I had a tag team partner, it was your behind. You know, so she called herself trying to go after her and all this stuff, talk about you the backstabbing B and all that bull job. And so she called out, said that she want to match with her. So then she responded to it, said, oh, so you said I'm a backstabbing B? Well, screw all that bull job. Listen, find me in 2 weeks if you got the guts. So in 2 weeks, we get her and Penelope on Dynamite. So, okay, fine. All right, that was all. Okay, I'm cool with it, but the promo, she needs work. Promo work and the mic. I don't know what was wrong with the audio, but the music was too loud. It has to be, the voiceover has to be louder than the music itself. The music, it's like everything needs to be synced in, if you understand what I'm saying, right? That's what needs to happen. And her promo, she said what she said, but it has to come across believable. I got to believe what you're saying and mean it. You got to mean what you're saying. And what she was saying, I personally feel like I didn't believe anything she said, because we know what's going to happen. We know that she get ready to get murdered by Jamie. Okay, so that's that. Now, Hook came to the ring and he said he seen the footage. He knew who it was that attacked his father. It was Christian. So in the back, Christian had, so everybody in the back, like I said, was standing outside looking like a bunch of jobbers. They look like a bunch of jobbers standing out there looking extra goofy or whatever. And they pulled up. It was Christian in the squad. They all pulled up. And they was like, because they out here looking for Moxie and them, right? And Moxie and them was already, they was there. So Kip Sabian was hiding, and then he seen them. He ran into the ring or whatever. So I'm like, okay, what is they doing? Kip Sabian sure has been dealing with Christian for a little bit. Like, what the heck is going on? So they get to the ring, right? And Hook is in the ring, and Hook is trying to beat the brakes off of Nick Wayne and all this stuff, right? Next thing you know, Kip Sabian Lobos, man. So I guess he working with him or whatever. I guess he's working for Christian now. He's in the patriarch or whatever you want to call it. I'm like, okay, it is what it is on that situation. So now we know who the culprit is. We know who it was that took Hook's father out. So that's that. So yeah, and then like I said, what happened at the end? Main event. Everybody got jumped. Everybody got beat down. BCC coming out of nowhere. Marina Shafir pulled up. She was the only one that pulled up, but it was a major distraction because all them jobbers were standing out there looking stupid the entire show. But yeah, like I said, the intro and the close were the only two decent things off the entire show. Everything else in the middle, to each his own. Some people like the Adam Cole situation, the MJF getting the masseuse or whatever. Some people like that doggone ladder, but hey, to each his own. I'm just telling you the bold-faced truth on how I feel about the situation. Dynamite was mid. It was very mid. It was like TK really honestly didn't give a rat's behind. Some of the booking decisions this fool made, it didn't make no type of sense. I'm just calling for what it is. Listen, I'm being honest. Listen, this is a hardcore AEW head telling the bold-faced truth about what I'm watching. You understand? I'm not finna sit up here and sugarcoat. I'm not finna sit up here and say something is good when it's garbage. I can't do that. I would be lying to y'all. Y'all trusted me to come on here and give y'all an honest review about what the heck I'm watching. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. And then, like I said, for the people who sit up here and say that I deride this company, no, I'm calling Tony Khan out. That was some bull job he pulled last night. And I straight told him. I told TK, I said, TK, bro, I said, Dynamite was mid, dog. I said, you had an excellent intro and you had an excellent close with OC looking like he was about to go Super Saiyan on us. That was great. I love that. That was fine. I had a problem with that. But the in-between stuff, you got to make sense of everything that you're trying to sell. Because random matches that don't lead to nothing, breaking up private party for who knows what, I'm like, whatever you trying to tell with Mariah and Anna Jay and Chris and Mercedes, you got to make, things got to feel like, okay, what the heck can I sink my teeth into? You got me with the Moxie stuff. You got me. I'm on board with all that. The jobbers standing out there looking stupid, to each his own. I see why people were complaining about it. They did look retarded standing out there all that time. But outside of that, bro, TK, you got to go back to the drawing board, dog. Get yourself somebody that help you tell stories, man. Because it ain't just about booking matches. I don't care what kind of idiot will tell you that. It ain't just about booking matches, though. You got to be able to tell better stories. And I'm not telling you to go to the WWE route. No, don't do that. Be your own boss. Be your own man. But get you some freaking help to help you cook some great stories. We're literally 4 weeks away from Full Gear. Game is up. The games are up. No, my bad. 5 weeks. We're 5 weeks away from Full Gear. We don't have time to be playing around. You got 5 more weeks to tell great stories. 5 weeks. We're not playing with your behind. We ain't playing with you, dude. We're not playing. Hey, y'all already know what to do. This is your main man, Cassidy, King Self for Life, Wrestling It Takes. Hit that freaking comment section up. If you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. Make sure you hit that like button, and I'll talk to y'all cats later. This is your main man, Cassidy, King Self for Life, Wrestling It Takes. I'll let you boy.